like I said, the great thing about the web world is you can really flesh out the environment that you're trying to build in. So if you're trying to build a cabin, if you're trying to build a house, whatever you're trying to do, you really have the ability to show somebody what it's actually going to look like.
Yeah, and well, and they can think how they would use it. Um, Now, in this case, we don't have a kitchen. We do have a bar, and that actually probably fits the planning that people would be planning for the cabin. Well, or at least some people. Some people would want a kitchen, and I'm sure that would occur to them. Although it's possible that the bar actually will serve as a kitchen. It looks to me as if it's got a stove, and let's see, yeah, it's got a sink, so it actually does. And I guess I took it to be a bar. It could be, if I, well, of course, that's my way of thinking. I think bar. It might just be a breakfast table, um, and the kitchen could serve the people could be serving breakfast. I prefer them to serve liquor, but
Well, that's a lot more fun. I mean, let's be honest.
yes. So that that's the way we one way we might use a web world, and the advantage of using it is, of course, that everybody can come in if they got nothing more than a browser, and they don't need even a very fancy computer. Um, uh, even a low cost computer like a Chromebook, or in some of the modern tablets would work. Although I think you would probably want something a little more, for most uses, a little bit more powerful than a web uh, tablet.
Well, I think the thing with the tablet is it is vastly improving every day.
Well, that's true. And if in a couple of years the tablets will be powerful enough, probably for people to walk around as like we're doing right now. Now I suppose we might try to go upstairs.
Okay.
Um, Avatars don't need to. Yeah, avatars don't need to walk, so we really don't have to worry about where we're going.
Right.
Um, Except that we have to have some way of getting up, telling the system that we want to go upstairs.
Right.
And now we're upstairs. Okay, we've got upstairs. Oh, and another fireplace. This one not burning, and another set of furniture. Let's see what else we've got. Well, we got a small table.
And we want to be clear. I am recording this, and I looked at one of the signs on the top of the fireplace there, and I actually was looking at it long enough that a it popped up a window that said, "Do you want to visit this location?" Meaning, uh, meaning the IMA website. I assume I'm gonna click that real quick and see what happens.
Okay, and yes, that is presumably a way to uh, increase the marketing power, because if we bring people into this cabin and we were selling it, we would of course have our sign up that would take us to a place where we could buy whatever, or order, or do whatever is necessary to get us a cabin, or perhaps to get some of the stuff that is in the cabin, if that's what we wanted to sell, or if that's what the cabin what was for sale.
Right.
Because of course this doesn't you don't have to be selling just the cabin. Obviously, you could also be selling the furniture. Um, and if you were selling the furniture, then uh, you would actually be able to sell it to maybe take people to a website where that is on sale.
Right, absolutely.
Um,
Well, one thing we want to mention, the great thing about the web world is that it takes a little time to make adjustments. But let's say, for example, that some people were here and they came up the stairs and they said, I don't like that second fireplace. I only want one fireplace. It would be very, very conducive for the architect to say, okay, I'm going to make some adjustments and you can come back later and that fireplace won't be there. So,
yes.
and so it's very, the web world will make it very easy for architects and house builders and people like that to easily adjust. So if you have a bathroom or something like that in a certain area, and the client says, "No, I want it over here," obviously the move will not be instantaneous, but you'll be able to come back to them and say, "This is what I did."
Well, yes, actually, right now, because this is a professionally built web world, um, it would require the professional assistance of the professional to do any adjustments. Uh, it
Right.
and of course it might be that the web world would be built by the architect who is also a professional web world builder. That's possible, but most architects probably would not be doing have that level of skill. But if they did, they would be able to make the adjustments while a customer is watching. Um, or they, of course, might have the professional on hand available to make the changes. And in that case, again, the changes could be made on the fly while the customer is watching, because, of course, these things in a web world or in any kind of virtual world, these things are simply things that well, they're virtual and they don't weigh anything. They come and go from our inventories.
You
So
don't need movers for sure.
no, you don't need movers. You actually can move anything, even a whole building, if you want to.